Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the iceHQ Ice Rink here in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia, on Wurundjeri Woiwurrung, traditional land for the CCM National Women's Tournament 2023. It's the Saturday afternoon session. Saturday night is hockey night. In fact, every night is hockey night in Reservoir here. But suffice to say that this is absolutely hockey night tonight. I'm Carl Brewer, and joining me once again this evening is Britt Jackson. We've had 9 games already since last night at 5 p.m. 6 games yesterday and 3 games this morning. So each team has now played 3 games in less than 24 hours. Tonight, each team plays twice more. So at the end of tonight, just over 24 hours in total of elapsed time, each team will have played 5 games. That's a lot of hockey, Britt, isn't it?
A lot of hockey.
You'd have to say you're getting your money's worth, huh? That's just insane. This morning, the teams did look pretty fresh. Good night's sleep, perhaps by most of them you would hope. But the ladder, as it stands, has the Central Coast Stingrays on top and undefeated, but they will miss Habanteljo with an arm injury. Unfortunately for her, she broke her arm earlier this morning. Sophie's been a major playmaker. But we'll worry about that later on when we talk about their game. We're interested in the game now, which is the Adelaide Hidden Gems playing against the so far winless Melbourne Flaming Galahs. Adelaide just got overrun by the Stingrays this morning, losing 5-0, but the score didn't reflect the closeness of that game. 24-19 the shots in favour of the Rays. It wasn't as close as the scoreboard shows, and the Adelaide team have been playing a smart, structured game. By comparison, the Flaming Galahs have been ill-tempered, having given away 30 minutes of penalty time in their 3 games so far, including 18 minutes in the game against the Stingrays last night. That's more than an entire period playing down a player. You can't afford to do that. They've got a lot of shots on the net, but they haven't been able to close out a game. Can they do it tonight? If they can stay out of the box, they're in with a chance. If the Galahs are to guarantee themselves a place in the playoffs tomorrow, they will need to win this one. If the Gems want to make sure of it, they need to win. There's a booth at the finals at stake for this one. Bring it. The semi-finals are on Sunday morning and then the grand finals on Sunday afternoon with the big one at 5 p.m. on Sunday. Britt, what are you expecting to see out of this game just before the puck drops?
Yeah, so as you said, the Galahs, they've been in the box a lot. Hoping just to see a bit more of structured play from them here today.
Absolutely. The Galahs in the white, and for this game, the Adelaide Hidden Gems are in sort of a bluey purple.
Yeah, I'd call it purple.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to tell, isn't it?
Yellow and red on there.
I'll have to speak to Jane, who is a graphic designer. She'll probably be able to tell me the Pantone value of that colour, but I have no idea. But straight away, the Galahs have a player in the box. It didn't take long, less than a minute into the game, and they're on their first penalty kill.
Spoke too soon there, Carl.
Well, I don't know that I spoke soon at all. It's kind of a little bit predictable. The team has earned a reputation for spending a lot of time in the penalty box, which doesn't help their cause. Adelaide get set up. They won the first face-off, but they've got to be careful. If they give Poppy Kelly any room, and they have, she will get through. But they do race back and cut her down. And Poppy takes a high shot through, and it is nicely saved there by Tori Kellett in the net. Drops the puck, keeps the play going. She decides not to freeze the puck. You don't have to. You can drop it and keep going. Adelaide trying now to get the puck up.
Tori Kelly dumping it back into their offensive zone. A little bit slow to pick up the puck. Starting slow here today. Adelaide at the boards with the puck. Bit of contest there from the Galahs. And Kelly's making her way to the front to try and pick up any shots over the front there. Jaggard with a good shot off the boards there over to West. And it's in the Adelaide offensive zone here. Swing it around, we've got West looking for a pass to try and get in front of the net there. Gets in front of the net, but it's hit out by the Galahs there. And a bit of a slow puck just coming out. Galahs taking it back into the neutral zone. A little bit of a kerfuffle there with the 2 of the Galahs.
One of the Adelaide Flaming Gems there got a stick tangled up and released it. It's trying to avoid a hook and call.
Costello over with the puck here. And we've got...
So it's Tess Wilkinson doing the penalty, which has 20 seconds remaining, and she got 2 minutes for tripping. And tripping is one of those unfortunate penalties that usually it just happens every now and then if you're just actively involved in the game. There's not much you can do about it a lot of the times. Adelaide haven't really been able to use this penalty particularly effectively yet, but here's their chance if they can get past everyone. But we are back to 5-on-5.
Lister took the puck into the zone and it's just been hit out by the Galahs there. Galahs with the shot on net, and a little bit wide, went behind the net. And we've got Wilkinson who picked it back up. Baird following the puck there, trying to get it out of the zone. Manages to cross the line. Wegan picking up the puck.
Referee just blowing a tyre herself.
And Wegan taking it out of the zone. Prancing down the ice with it. Quick pass and then a quick pass back to Wegan. Galahs with it behind the net.
Dennis for the Galahs, just floating high, looking for a stretch pass for an exit. If the Galahs can get it to her winner, she's fast. She's played a lot of inline at a high representative level in the UK. And just gets a little bit tangled up. Referee has hand up for a penalty. And that will be on Wigan for the Adelaide Hidden Gems. We'll do 2 minutes. Just got tangled up in Zara Dennis's stick. So not sure if that will be a hook. They're calling that a hook.
Yeah. And as you were saying, Carl, that's not always intent, but and we're going to go with a face-off in the Galahs zone. Kelly with the puck, passes it over. And Galahs go for a shot on the goal, doesn't quite make it through the traffic.
There was a lot of traffic there. Kershaw getting high on the way and backing into the goalie, which did create a little bit of congestion. She might have possibly benefited from coming up and challenging a little bit higher on Costello.
Kelly with the puck, tries to get it a pass and it bounces off the leg of Clarkson. Kelly back with the puck, over to Costello, who tries to go for a shot, blocked by Kershaw there.
Everyone blowing tyres at the moment, no one able to actually get a handle on that puck. Kelly eventually finding it, but then it is cleared out by Adelaide.
By Kershaw there.
Nice clearance, doing exactly the right thing. Put the puck down the other end and run the penalty down. There's just over a minute to go on the Wigan penalty.
Dodd over to McPherson. And currently with the puck, we've got Poynton. Over back to McPherson. Goes for a slow shot on goal and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Manning, and they've dumped it back into the out of the zone.
That technically counts as a shot. Was on the net. Didn't have anything on it, of course, but it did get all the way down the other end and forces the goalie to have to make a save. So far, a pretty good kill by Adelaide. There hasn't been any real effective attack by the Flaming Galahs so far. It is early days, but 35 seconds to remaining on the Wigan penalty.
McPherson running it down through the neutral zone and into the offence. Little bit of a
nice back check by Lulu Cash. Sorry, not Cash. That was Laura West doing that back check and cutting off the attack.
And that was actually another shot on the net from behind the blue line.
And they're piling them on.
Yeah.
They're pretty unlikely to go in from there, but you never know your luck.
Well, as you say, Carl, you've just got to try it, haven't you?
Put it on the net or just put it down the other end and see what happens. That's what Adelaide have done well. Just the 1 second and then we are back to 5-on-5. About the first time really in the whole game. There's been 2 penalties so far.
Wegan going straight off for a change. Dolan tries to get the puck in the net, puck into the zone, but doesn't have much help there.
Ash Elliott picked it up off the line, but unfortunately wasn't able to do anything with it. She finds Dennis, who chips it across, but unfortunately no one home for the Galahs.
Picked up by Manning and back over into the Hidden Gems possession. And Galahs back in possession, and never mind, we've got the Gems back in, tipping it behind the net. A little bit of a contest for the puck there with Harris. And it's chipped over to Dolan for the Galahs. They're trying to get it out of the zone.
Good attacking pressure here by Adelaide. Getting some sustained zone time and keeping the Flaming Galahs pinned in their own area for quite a while now. It's been quite a decent attacking spell. There'll be some tired legs. The Adelaide team starting to swap out and get some changes. The Galahs have been stuck in there for quite a long time. They'll be starting to stiffen up, especially given that this is now their 4th game in not very long. There's a nice juicy rebound floating out the front. Can anyone get to it? Short answer is no.
Yeah, Dolan tries to get to it there and has trouble staying on the feet. Chipped back over behind the net.
Galahs still stuck in a defensive press. They haven't been able to clear the puck out of the zone for well over a minute. Adelaide doing a really good job of just keeping them contained. Not getting a lot of quality shots on, but there's a big juicy rebound. Someone wants it. Still loose. Oh, that was close.
And we've got Dolan back.
with a chance to clear, but they don't. Just mucking around with the puck in their own zone again. So it's those basics they've got to get right.
That was a shot attempt there by Hudson. Doesn't quite have enough on it.
There wasn't a lot on it, was there? And finally, the managed to clear, and Zara Dennis breaks away, but is driven away from the net by a back check by the slightly fresher legs.
Trapolino there.
Trapolino.
Good pressure. But we've got a line change here for the Galahs.
Galahs all caught offside briefly. And Adelaide break the puck out once more.
Going in for the puck. Gunn manages to sneak it past the Galahs there and into the zone. Chasing it behind the puck, behind the net. And a little bit of a sloppy pass there, but Kelly manages to keep it going, keeping it on the stick.
Nice poke check there by the South Australians, and they've now got a, well, not quite a one-on-one. Nice back-checking pressure by the Flaming Galahs.
And it comes out of the zone.
Well, risky pass there. That's one of the few poor decisions we've seen made by the South Australians there, with a bit of a risky cross-icer at the top end of the zone. A dump might have been a better choice. But fortunately for them, the Galahs dumped the puck deep as well. It gives them a chance for the Adelaide team to reset.
Wegan with the puck, carrying it out. A little bit of handling around there. And Gunn manages to carry it out. Bell in with the puck. Bell with the puck on the boards and chips it over to the other side.
Adelaide D pinching in here. They're in a little bit of danger if Poppy Kelly gets a handle on it, but she doesn't, fortunately for them. The Galahs caught a bit flat-footed there. They had a chance for a decent rush. They had to got the puck out just a smidge faster. Poynton fires a gun, but it misses everything.
A little bit on the boards here. And the puck's still in the zone for the Flaming Galahs. Poppy Kelly on the puck now. Carrying it off the boards, going in for a shot. Finding a way to break it through. Chips up, doesn't quite make it over to the net.
The Adelaide team are very much aware of Poppy's skating prowess. They're not giving her much room to move.
No, they're not. Poynton in with another fast shot, doesn't make it over.
3 minutes to go. We're still tied up at no goals apiece and just the 4 shots each, despite the 2 power plays that we've had. Adelaide with a risky option, and it doesn't pay. Poynton keeps the puck in and makes a shot out of it.
And Kelly back with the puck. A little bit of dancing here.
And the Adelaide team manages to clear the puck out of the zone.
Dodd with the puck for the Galahs. Chip just over to McPherson here, who tips it into the zone and going for a line change now.
Some pretty tired legs in both teams. This is now their 4th game in not very long. So if you're wondering why this game looks a lot slower than the first few games,
because
that's
it
a
is.
pretty good indicator of it. Is basically a level of fatigue. Everyone's pretty gassed. There's no fresh legs at all.
And running it out of the zone for the Hidden Gens, we've got Cash. Sorry, we've got Manning, that is.
Manning with a good job of protecting the puck, but didn't manage to get the puck on the end of her stick for the shot that she needed.
Oh, Manning over to... we've got a little bit of a pile-up here.
Everyone deciding that the floor is a good place to be, and the referee eventually blows it up, and someone's getting a penalty, but we don't quite know who for a trip.
Seems like a bit of a lucky dip here.
Looks like it's a penalty on Adelaide.
And that will be
is
Laura West going into the box.
Laura West getting 2 minutes for a trip.
Yeah.
And that gives the Flaming Galahs their second power play of the period. Now this one, with the time left on the clock, we've only got under 2 minutes on the clock. So unless they score, the next period will be starting with the Galahs on the power play, unless they score a goal here.
Ooh,
But
shot
a nice shot there,
by Dolan.
Swallowed up nicely by Kellett. Say again, sorry?
Sorry, there was a shot by Ryland
Yes,
there,
there
swallowed
was.
up by Kellett. Yep.
Kellett swallowed the puck quite nicely, which again just runs the clock down. Good for Adelaide when they do that. They want to kill a penalty. 90 seconds to go in the period, and just over 90 seconds to go in the power play.
Kelly looks for a pass, doesn't quite get it over to Bibby, but Bibby picks it up anyway off the boards. And Dennis tries to get it in over as well.
Adelaide this
Green
time
chips it out.
dump it all the way down the other end. Go get it. We don't want it. You can run the clock down. So Adelaide now with a chance to set up their defensive structure, and the Galahs with an opportunity to break it in. They find Poppy on the stretch, but she is caught offside. Not Poppy, sorry, but caught offside there was Bibby, just overrunning the puck, which cost them a few more precious seconds. 40 seconds to go in the period.
Poppy trying to get a breakaway of this puck.
Adelaide
Can't quite manage it through.
just panicking a little bit on the clearances. You can see they're trying to get the stick on the puck, but just missing it with a little bit too much rush. If they just take an extra half a second to get control of it, they'll probably find that works a lot better.
Poynton.
It's easy to say from here, of course.
Poynton over to Wilkinson, who's running it down the ice. Gets a little bit tripped up with a bunch of the sticks near the puck.
The referee does not put a hand in the air this time, so no trip. And we have 5 seconds to go in the period. Adelaide with a rush. The puck comes out now. This is going to be the last chance for the Galahs if Poynton can get a shot away, but it's all a bit too late. And that runs down the period. So at the end of the first, with 14 seconds left on a penalty on the Adelaide Hidden Gems, we have a score of 0-0. 4 shots to the Hidden Gems, 6 to the Flaming Galahs on a game where the pace has significantly dropped compared to even this morning. And you can understand why. This is now this team's 4th game in less than 24 hours. And that's a hell of a lot of hockey for the Adelaide team. Of course, they've had to travel over here, and that adds quite a lot to the trip as well. Whether they flew or drove, we're not 100% sure. In fact, got no idea. But either way, it's a lot of travelling.
Yeah.
And the flight, even though it's only about a 45, 50-minute flight, there's still all the faffing around at either end with airports and so forth, which is time-consuming and tiring as well. The Galahs with the advantage of home ice. It does make life a lot easier for them. They got to sleep last night in their own beds, have their favourite food and all those sorts of things, which does help with recovery. But the Adelaide team, same time, there are advantages in being the touring team. You're together. There's a bit of a unity of purpose. And you've all come over here to perform as a team. Sometimes the local teams don't quite have that same level of team cohesion that the visitors get. So the Adelaide team has a bit of a trade-off there against their the disadvantage of having to travel to get here. Just to bring you up to speed on their previous results, the Adelaide Hidden Gems lost their first game 2-1 against the West Australian Ice They won 2-1 against the Reds, and they lost 5-0 against the Central Coast Stingrays not that long ago, which was... the score does not tell the true story of that game. It was much closer than the scoreline shows. The Flaming Galahs, by comparison, lost 4-1 against the Reds. They lost 3-1 against the Central Coast, and they lost 4-3 against the Melbourne Furies not that long ago as well. So they're desperate to get a win and get themselves on the board. As West skates back over for a very short period of time, she'll have 14 seconds in the box, and she'll want that full 14 seconds. She won't want it shortened. Because if it's shortened, it means there's been a goal scored.
And the Galahs win that face-off there.
A risky cross-ice pass there. That's uncharacteristic for the Adelaide team.
Ooh, a little bit of a tie-up here as Lister takes a fall to the ice.
The referee this time keeps hand on the ice. Now that, a goalie would call that a shot, but it wasn't going to go in the net, so it doesn't count as a shot.
Just, passed away by Slade Baker there. And the Gems have control of the puck in their defensive zone. Trying to break it through the neutral, but it's picked up by the Galahs. Hudson.
So this is not the normal colour that the South Australian team play. They normally play in white with a green and gold or a green and yellow stripe. This time they're playing in this blue. Maybe they're a little bit unfamiliar with the colour. It can make a difference. If you normally play in one colour and all of a sudden you're playing in a different one, it can certainly make a difference to your passing game. You look up the ice and you see, oh, that's a white jersey. Oh, hang on. And it can just introduce a little bit of hesitation if you're not used to doing it a lot. So they may have a slight disadvantage in that regard wearing their away jersey because they are, although technically they're the home team for this game. So who knows how that's worked out. It may be that the Flaming Galahs don't have an alternate jersey, whereas the South Australian team does. Just a little bit slow clearing the puck out of the zone there. You might want to hurry up. You've got Poppy Kelly coming. She'll take it off for you if you muck around with it. Just a little bit of indecision.
Gunn trying to follow the puck there. And Clarkson picking it up off the boards in the neutral zone. Tied up a little bit with Kershaw. Can't quite manage to get the puck between their skates. And it's tipped back in actually by Kelly, who manages to take it away out from the boards.
Kelly running into traffic and eventually dispossessed. There's a lot of jerseys there, and Kelly manages to probably draw a penalty. Another trip. I think there'd be a number of hockey players suggesting that if everyone learned to stand up, there wouldn't be so many tripping penalties being called. But in the case of Poppy Kelly, we know she can stand up. So it's not a case of her falling over by mistake. It's just one of those things. And there was a lot of contest for the puck, and that is Emily Gunn this time sitting the 2 for Adelaide. The penalty count this time going in the Galahs' favour, an unfamiliar situation for them. Normally it's the other way around, but this time they are ahead on receiving power plays. With this now the third penalty for the Adelaide Hidden Gems.
Galahs with a shot on net, doesn't quite make it in, but it was a very close shot there. Good scoring opportunity.
Good shot through traffic, it was well judged.
And they managed to keep it in the zone.
It's the other frustrating thing about killing penalties all the time is, oh, that one goes way over the top of everything. Point trying to put the puck somewhere into Moonee Ponds, or possibly the Yarra, or possibly Port Phillip Bay, who knows.
A lot of power coming from Poynton's shots.
Just needs to aim it a little bit better.
Oh, Dodd doesn't quite keep it in the zone. They're all going to have to cross back over
Galahs
the blue.
Pull the puck out of their defensive zone, out of their offensive zone, putting everyone offside, so they will have to come out. They've now got just over a minute to go on the power play. This is their third power play of the game.
Manning dumping it into the zone.
And that will take it down to under a minute on the power play as the Adelaide players get a well-earned change.
And we've got Dodd following it up with a nice pass to Poynton there. Sorry, Clarkson, who takes a little fall there. Picking it back up, we've got Harris. And
Point looking for movement, not seeing any, so just kind of dumping it in, looking for an option, but no one from the Galahs moving, looking for that pass. Adelaide break it out and dump it deep. That's again the right thing to do. It forces the Galahs to go back and have to clean it up. And Adelaide get another change, fresh legs. Smart play, good penalty killing.
Ryland with the puck, chasing it into the zone. Probably with the shot here, doesn't quite make it in.
Sprays it wide. You've got to put it on the net. If it doesn't count, it's not going in, that's for sure.
Poppy Kelly with the puck here. And
she's poke checked again and loses point, and now looking for a chance to put it across. Just a little bit pedestrian the puck movement. You know she's got power, but that concludes the power play for the Melbourne Flaming Galahs. Adelaide killing 3 penalties with no score against them. So they will be quite relieved against shots on the net so far. The Galahs up to 8 or possibly 9, just to the 4 for the Adelaide Hidden Gems as we are almost halfway through the second period of this game, still tied up at 0 goals apiece. None all, if you will.
Gems with a nice win of the...
You can see the race there for the puck. The South Australians winning the race, thus nullifying the icing. It's good play for them. It's hard work when you're tired, but it keeps the puck alive and means there's no icing on them.
Green with a good contest for the puck.
Now they have to win the race back, and that's the hard part because now they're tired. They've just sprinted the length of the ice.
Trapolino with the puck. Nice pass to Harris, who tries to chip it in. And Green
just a little bit of cohesion for this South Australian team is not what we've seen earlier. I think they are getting pretty tired. And we're having a push in the back there from think that's Clarkson who will do 2 for,
And,
not quite sure what that one was for, but definitely a shove,
that was
possibly
on,
boarding.
yeah.
Yep, Clarkson in the box again. So now the Adelaide team get the power play. Can they turn it into a goal? They haven't had a lot of shots on the net so far, just the 4. Can they turn it up and get a puck in the net and sort things out for themselves? On form, you'd have to say Adelaide, the team more likely to win this, but strange things happen when you're tired.
A little bit of a spin there from Urquhart trying to get the puck, but the Galahs managed to steal it away, with Dolan pushing it up the ice. Poynton chasing for it up into the boards in the corner. Tries to go for a shot, but just loses the puck off the stick.
It leaves it behind, and now the Adelaide team with the opportunity to break it out. But being well forechecked there by the Galahs. Now an opportunity on the rush.
Running up, we've got Wegand with the puck and followed by 2 Galahs there.
Loose puck bobbling around in the slot. No one wants it enough.
Cash chasing for the puck, followed quickly by Wegand for some support.
Just over a minute to
Cash
go
chipping the puck out.
on the power play for the Adelaide team. Costello driving the puck in. It's a broken play in the neutral zone where it can get interesting when you're down a player. There'll be no icing here. South Australians looking to get in the slot, looking for the pass across. They find the top blue line slot instead. Nice shot in from a distance. Big juicy rebound. But no one there to capitalise on it. This time it's cleared all the way down the ice by the Galahs. Adelaide with another rush.
Manning to Wegand, trying to hit it out of the zone.
Intercepted.
But it's picked up by McPherson. Back into the neutral zone.
South Australia now with an opportunity. The Galahs just getting a bit tangled up, but Jagged looked for an option in the slot. No one was there. Puck tied up deep.
McPherson chips it out the back of the net.
10 seconds to go on the penalty. Puck juicy
Nice
around the
try
front.
there
Who
by
wants
Manning.
it? There it is.
And
There's the goal. Pop the puck in that high slot zone, and boom.
And Kershaw opens the scoring for the Adelaide Hidden Gems.
It was very close to a full strength goal too. I think Clarkson was just about to get on the ice. It was within a second or so of the end of the penalty when that shot was taken. But you get that rebound, you have someone in the slot. Sooner or later, you get that opportunity, and then just with a clinical finish, the South Australians get themselves up 1 goal with 6 minutes to go in the second period.
Bibby takes control of the puck. And over to Dennis. Wilkinson with the puck, trying to hit it out of the zone. And it just makes it over. But picked up by the Gems.
A little bit of miscommunication there by the Adelaide team. Just 2 of them battling for the puck. A little bit of mine or yours is a pretty handy call to make. But when you're tired, it's hard to think straight and even harder to get calls out nice and loud.
Galahs hitting the puck out of the zone. Dennis following it up, trying to get it in for a good scoring opportunity here.
Dennis loose in the slot. She's dangerous in that situation.
Ryland with the puck, bringing it behind the net. Gonna be looking for a pass here. And tries to go for a shot on the net, but it doesn't quite hit the front.
And Dennis will get caught there for a trip. Doesn't matter that you let go of the stick. In that particular situation, the referee making absolutely the right call. There wasn't anything much that could be done, but whether or not it was intentional, if your stick gets tangled up in someone else's legs and it causes them to come down, it's an automatic 2 minutes. Nothing you can do about that. So the Adelaide team with another power play and the Galahs with another penalty. I'm not going to do the sums at the moment, but they've got quite a few. So that's 3 penalties apiece in this game. And it's 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the second. Can the Adelaide team turn this one into another goal? They've had 1 power play goal in this game so far. Can they get 2?
Face off won by the Gems, in possession in the neutral zone. And the Galahs are trying to tip it out here, and they do. And it goes over into the Gems bench.
They get that puck out fairly quickly. They want to get the face-off happening fast so they can maximise their time on the power play. They do have the lead, so the clock is in their favour, but they also want to maximise the amount of time they have with the player advantage. Everyone else pretty slow to get to that face-off, and understandably so. There's that bit of gamesmanship.
West wins the face-off there for the Gems. Green with the puck, chips it over, and off the stick of Dolan there.
Risky play there, playing back to a D who was under pressure there, Adelaide team.
Poynton trying to hit the puck down the end, with Dolan nearby for support. Gems with the puck. And they're just playing alongside the boards here, trying to find somewhere to get it to.
The Adelaide wingers need to start moving to provide that outlet. They're not doing it at the moment. They do finally break the puck out of their own defensive zone, which is handy for them.
But picked up by Ryland.
Now Adelaide with a chance. You've got West driving into the slot. She's in a dangerous position if she can get on the puck. But they're all crowding the puck instead of making space. Again, there's that bit of fatigue. And the puck is pushed out of the zone.
Trapolino holding it back here to try and get everyone on his side. It's a lucky pass there by Green, but unfortunately got away.
Harris did have a stick stuck between one of the Flaming Galahs' legs, but didn't bring it down, which was fortunate. We have seen that the referee is pretty trigger happy on the tripping penalties. And that ends the Dennis penalty. And we are back to 5-on-5. We'll see for how long.
Puck flying loose here around the ice.
You can see there, a great example of Dennis basically skated straight past the puck on the attempt to get the change. She had just picked up the puck. It could have been turned into an attacking chance.
It's with a shot on net.
It's a tactic or a play that I've never understood. It's this priority of getting off the ice when you're skating right through the play. It's like if the puck's there at your feet, you know what? Pick it up and go with it.
Yeah.
You're in the game. You don't have to leave the ice straight away when you come out off a penalty. It's always a fascinating decision, and one that I certainly don't coach any of my players to do. It's like, if you're on the ice, you get a change when you can, but not as a priority in that circumstance. You just had 2 minutes rest. You got fresh legs. Use them.
She'd already clocked off there.
Yep, absolutely. But there you go.
Manning with the puck, hitting it behind the net. Got Urquhart.
Loose puck bobbling around in the slot.
Oh, and it makes it into the goal.
In. Not
Was
sure
it
if
after
they're
the
calling
whistle,
it.
though?
Yeah, the referee is saying no. One referee said yes, the other referee said no. So the head ref makes the call. And we will have a defensive zone face-off for the Galahs, a defensive zone for the Adelaide team with 1 minute to go in the second. The rule there basically being if the referee loses sight of the puck, they blow the whistle and the game stops regardless of where it is. And we have another trip. And as soon as the Adelaide team gets possession, that will be blown up. And that will be, I think...
That looks like...
Someone's been done for an interference. No, it's not Cash. That will be...
Cash.
Oh, it is. Sorry, Lulu Cash gets 2 for interference. This time it's the Galahs with the power play, but I'm not sure they're going to get the actual drop of the puck. It might be in their interest to delay this a little bit with just 15 seconds to go before the end of the period and see if they can maximise the time for the next period with the penalty kill. Sorry, with the power play. And the Adelaide team dump the puck way down the other end. That's going to wind up this period with a 1-goal lead to the Adelaide Hidden Gems. And they will be, the Hidden Gems will be starting on the penalty kill at the start of the third with 1 minute and 48 seconds of the penalty on Lulu Cash to deal with. So she will have to come straight back over and park herself in the naughty box for that those few seconds, for that minute and 3/4 before she can get back on. So the Galahs with an opportunity now to start the period with a significant advantage, just that one extra player, but if they can win the face-off and get controlled possession, they can get some useful shots. They haven't shot particularly effectively. They've had a number of shots on the net, but all of them have been well dealt with by Tori Kellett. He's done a pretty good job of swallowing up every shot and hasn't let go of too many rebounds either. The rebound being capitalised on earlier by power play goal, but just by Amy Kershaw, who picked up a rebound from Crystal Manning's shot earlier on the power play. And that was from the roughing penalty from Shelley Clarkson, and that gave the opportunity to the Adelaide Hidden Gems. And they get their little brief chat between the periods. So what do you reckon is going to happen in the third here?
I don't know. You can definitely see the fatigue starting to set in. Both teams
Yeah, they're not moving,
a
are
little
they?
bit loose around the puck. It's it's getting a bit of air to it, to be honest.
And there's a lot of fresh air in the shots. What we've seen from the Adelaide team earlier was a lot more precision and fairly well-directed game plan. It got a little bit sloppy in that period, and they were doing some risky passes, but getting away with it. The Galahs not really able to capitalise on those risky cross-ice passes they've been making that have been being intercepted. And just a little bit sloppy clearing the puck out of the zone. Previously, they've been excellent at prioritising that playing up the ice. Now, they just lost their way a little bit in that period, but the scoreboard has been kind.
Yeah.
And the Galahs haven't been able to get a score against them. They will be starting the Adelaide team on the penalty kill for 1 minute and 47 seconds, or I'm sure that's what Lulu Cash would hope she's in there for the full time. She comes out early, it's because there's been a goal scored, and they don't want that.
And the Galahs with the win off the face-off. McPherson trying to run it in. And Ryland with possession to McPherson, to a shot on the net. Tries to get covered up by Kellett, but it gets tipped away anyway. Wilkinson with the puck in the neutral zone.
Clear the puck
Tries
out.
to pass it over, not enough on it to get it. Ryland with the puck into the neutral. And Dolan tipping it in. Pointon with another heavy attempt at a shot.
But it's body blocked, and the Adelaide team puts the puck all the way down the other end. And you can see the slow ice in the third period. The puck not sliding anything like it does in the first. They only get the cut at the start of the game. And Adelaide wisely just pushing the puck down. Under a minute now to go on the penalty.
Leicester playing with the boards there. Trying to get the puck out. And Dolan following it up. Galahs gaining possession in the corner of the ice, tipping it into the neutral and off the stick of McPherson. And the Gems hit it back into their offensive zone.
Messenger very wisely just shoving the puck all the way down the other end, saying, come on, have another go.
Ryland dancing with the puck down the ice, goes for a shot, doesn't quite get in the right positioning to go for one. Galahs with the puck. Shot on net there by Wilkinson.
Nice blocker save by Kellett. She stuck the blocker out and just drove the puck away.
Another attempted shot by Clarkson, following it around the net. And you can certainly see they're a little bit slower on their feet here.
And that brings us back to full strength, 5-on-5, as the Adelaide team clear the puck out of the zone and the Galahs all have to move out.
Ryland with the puck, bringing it into the offensive zone. A little bit of support coming in there for her. Clarkson tries to get it back, tips it over. Ryland with the puck. Shot on, and it's covered by Kellett.
Kellett doing a good job of controlling those rebounds. There's been a number of shots in this period where they've hit her, and then she's seen where it is and very quickly pounced on it and not let it bobble out and give the Galahs the opportunity to pick up that rebound. But also, Galahs not getting into that close position fast enough to be able to take advantage of those rebounds either. And that's really a factor of the fatigue that everyone's feeling in this fourth game of the carnival. It's been pretty full on.
Cheeky shot on net there by Clarkson.
You can see the Adelaide players out. I'm not quite sure exactly who it was, actually passing the puck back to their own goalie and then allowing the puck to be frozen. It's good play. Got to be careful you don't overdo it and take the puck between your own goalie's legs, because it has happened on occasion. But
a lot of trust in the goalie there to get it.
Absolutely. Shot through traffic again by the Flaming Galahs. You can see what they're doing here at the moment. They're setting up with both wingers in the slot position and looking to crash, but now they choose to take a change. Swapping lines out. We'll see what the other line chooses to do.
Galahs win the face-off, and Adelaide takes possession.
So all Adelaide need to do is basically just keep clearing that puck out of the zone, and they do it there. They're a little bit lucky that they got away with it because it didn't have a lot on it, but it did get out. Dennis now with a chance.
And not allowed.
Met by stern resistance.
Gems racing it out of the zone into their own and shot on net and
Big juicy rebound. Can anyone get it?
off the pads.
No, no one can get that one.
Kept into the zone by Kershaw. And another shot.
Another juicy rebound. Can they put the puck in the net? No, it's waved off.
Got Gunn trying to get it in right at the front in the high slot position there.
And Slade Baker makes the save and freezes the puck. And then looks like there's been a little bit of an equipment malfunction. Drops a glove to readjust some padding. We are now down to under 10 minutes to go. In fact, I think it might be under 6 minutes to go. I'll see in just a moment when this replay finishes that we can see the clock. There we go. 10 minutes to go. We'll get there eventually on the slim lead that the Adelaide team has. They're up 1-0 against the Flaming Galahs. Can they make it 2 and give themselves a bit of a buffer?
Wagon with the puck. Couldn't quite keep it into the zone. And everyone's got to cross back over. Galahs tipping it back out. McPherson with the puck. Travelling down through the neutral zone, tipping it in. And falling over into it.
There's a puck still down there somewhere.
Can't quite stay on our feet here.
It's becoming a bit of a war of attrition, this game. I think it's fair to say. There's not a lot of staying on your feet.
No.
And there is a lot of questionable puck handling across the slot there, and that was West. A bit lucky to get away with that, carrying the puck through the high slot area in defence. It's not what we're used to seeing from this Adelaide team.
Wagand on the board with the puck. And Adelaide is still in possession, going behind the net. And they're going to want to get this out of the zone here.
Trying to play like the boards. There's that big juicy opportunity. And just a little bit lost was Kellett, but then she saw it just underneath her glove. It did just hit the pad. And we might see this on the replay if we're lucky. And it was a nice shot and a good attempt to get in on the rebound. We're not going to get the heads down replay on that one, but you can look at it on YouTube and wind the video back and have a quick look and you'll see. But 9 minutes now to go. Adelaide with a slim 1-goal lead. They want to win this game so they can make sure they get in the finals.
And
if they
Kelly
do,
back on the ice in the offensive zone.
He's been off for a while.
Kelly with it around the back of the net. And she's going to look for a scoring opportunity here. Trying to get away from the defence of the Gems. Goes for a slight shot, doesn't quite make it.
Just never getting the clear puck that she'd like. And the Adelaide team managed to clear the puck out of the zone. And it's a race, but it's going to be an icing this time. And so the Adelaide ladies cannot get a change. They must come back and defend this one. But at the same time, it takes another 20 seconds off the clock. And they've got a 1-goal lead. The Galahs have been close. They've got a number of shots this period, but they haven't been able to capitalise on the rebounds that have popped up. Everyone's legs are so tired that they can hardly move.
Face off one by the Galahs, and it goes straight to the pockets of Kellett.
Yep, swallows it whole. Brings it back up. Now, a smart goalie there would lie down for a little bit on the puck, take an extra second or two to pick it up. Oh, there it is. It's tangled up in my jersey or something like that.
Dodd to pick up the puck, sends it over to Clarkson, who goes for a shot, and it's swallowed again by Kellett.
So a lot of pressure on Kellett. That puck just on the edge of the post, but you know what? You don't get points for nearlies. Sustained pressure this time from the Melbourne Flaming Galahs. They've been a little bit unlucky, you might argue. They've certainly done everything they can to try and get the puck on the net as much as possible. You can see the Adelaide centre just taking their time.
And Galahs take possession. Tries to go for a shot there by Wilkinson. Can't quite get it past the bodies there. And the Gems hit it out.
Clear the puck out of the zone.
Picked up by Dodd, sending it back into the zone. With some heavy pressure there. Dennis with the puck, sending it back in, goes for a shot and it hits the back of behind the net. Tries to keep it in. It's Dodd, and the Gems managed to sneak it out.
Well contested by Bell, but managing to put a body behind the puck and in the way, creating that turnover and creating an attacking opportunity now for Adelaide. It's been a while since they've been down in the Galahs end with an opportunity, but you can see the fatigue. Honestly, they're knackered. It's painful to watch. I can only imagine how it feels.
Galahs back with possession, and
Of
then
course.
with the gems, a very monotone shot on net.
You can imagine what the fifth game's going to be like if the fourth is getting this glacial.
Dennis with the puck, some good stick handling there. Doesn't quite get it over, falls over with the puck.
Feet first into
And
the
got a
net,
whistle.
Dennis, but looks like no one's injured by that, fortunately, and we're having a timeout.
Which again,
So
we
we
have
had
timeouts.
we had a clarification on that. There was a timeout given yesterday evening in one of the games, which set a precedent. Originally, the intention was there weren't going to be timeouts in the regular games and only timeouts in the final series. But because one was handed out erroneously through one of the games, then a decision was made that if we've done it for one team, we have to do it for everyone. So now there is a timeout. But it is supposed to only be a minute. So there is a timer running. And then when the siren blows, they're supposed to come straight back on the ice. And you can see there, both coaches still having a chat. The referee's blowing the whistle. Come on, it's time to play hockey. What they can do is just start the clock on them. And that will very rapidly sort out the problem. But Adelaide's still having a little yarn. And that's 30 seconds more of that timeout. And the Galahs lined up and ready. They know they want the game going. The clock's not in their favour. They want ice time. Whereas the Adelaide team, the clock is in their favour. They want to delay it as much as they can.
Very keen on the face-off there. Poynton wins it. But Adelaide takes possession.
They want to clear the zone. Here we
Wagon
go.
with the puck, tries to get it over.
And we're going to get a call again. This time it's
holding?
a holding. And it's a holding on...
That's on Aaron Dolan for the
Dolan
Galahs.
will do 2 for holding with 5 minutes to go in the game, which will give the Adelaide team a chance to seal it if they can capitalise on this power play. They have had 1 power play goal in this game so far. Can they do 2, or will they get overconfident and give an opportunity for the Galahs to get behind them? It does often happen. Short-handed goals are more common than you think.
Green with
Certainly
the
more
puck at the
common than they
boards.
should be.
Trapolino with the puck, goes for a shot and it's blocked by Poynton. Wagon with the puck, finding a little passing opportunity there, but no one's in the slot. Right in front of the net, but Slade Baker manages to kick it away, but it's kept in offensive by Trapolino. Trapolino finds it loose, goes to contest it, but it's already picked up by McPherson. And a little bit of kerfuffle on who can get possession here. Wegand takes it and
So a
tips
minute
it
into
over.
the penalty. We've had a couple of chances, but no real good scoring shots from the Adelaide Hidden Gems.
Wegand picking it up again.
Wagan is one of the premier goal scorers for this team.
And with a shot on, that's Laura West. And we've got Trapolino in there. Bit of high traffic here.
40 seconds to go on the power play for the Adelaide team. What they're
Laura
missing
West
out
with
on
the
here
puck.
is a effective scorer, and the pass picked off. Nice play there by
By Bibby.
Melissa Bibby, who's got a nice turnover, but
And she looks...
She bins it.
Is she injured?
just a little
A
slow to
little
get to her
slow to
feet,
get up.
but she's offside, which means the Galahs can't do anything. And Ash Elliott now for the Galahs trying to get something going, and it ends up just being dumped down the other end of the rink. And 10 seconds to go on the penalty on the Galahs.
And we've got Elliott in contest.
3 minutes to go, and we're back to full strength again, 5-on-5, with that tenuous 1-goal lead to the Adelaide Hidden Gems.
Dolan with the puck in the offensive. Goes to shoot, but shoots it a little bit wide. Elliott
Adelaide
at
there
the
in
boards.
numbers.
And kept in and kept out. Urquhart going
Loose
for the
player
puck
in the
at the
high
boards.
slot. You can just see there, 33 there for Adelaide in high slot and unmarked. If they can get the puck up to her, she's in a prime shooting position, but it doesn't happen this time.
And they're going for a shot, and it doesn't quite make it.
Slade Baker saw that one nicely and flashed the leather with a nice glove save. Good work there by Slade Baker. She's had a pretty good game. She's made a lot of good saves. And we are up to shots on the net, 17 apiece. So the goalies have had a pretty decent session. The goalie for the Hidden Gems, Kellett, has so far been impenetrable, which is pretty handy for them. She'll be hoping no one says the magic word. You know what the magic word is? Don't say shut out, because it's bad luck apparently. But we don't believe in luck here. Hang on a sec.
McPherson with a pass, but Kelly picks it up. Prancing down. Oh, and just gets absolutely slammed.
And then a retaliatory hit by
Manning.
By Clarkson, I think it was. Not sure if that will stop the clock or not.
And she's encouraged off the ice there. That was a big hit to the ice.
So we're going to have mutual penalties, and we'll probably be 4-on-4 or possibly 5-on-4. The Clarkson retaliation was after the whistle had been blown. We'll see how that works out. It may be 4-on-4. The clock stops with under a minute to go, because we are stop time now with a 1-goal differential with under a minute to play.
You can hear a bit of a tiff between the teams here in the boxes.
So a little bit unclear if it's 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. It looks like it's 5-on-4 to Adelaide, or is it? No, it's 5-on-5. We'll get it organised eventually.
And they're very quick on the puck with Elliott pretty eager there.
Now what an incident like that can do is get everyone a little bit arced up, which means for the last 40 seconds they may have a bit more adrenaline floating around and pick up the tempo a smidge, and that's certainly what we're seeing. South Australians just need to clear the puck out of the zone if they can, and they do.
And that's Draggard that tips it out.
30 seconds left to play with that 1-goal lead, 5-on-5, 2 players in the box simultaneously. Adelaide with another chance, putting the puck in deep. Little backhander.
Very, very close. Poynton just manages to sneak in the way of it.
The Flaming Galahs have pulled their goaltender, so they are now 6-on-5 for 14 seconds.
Another shot on net there by
blocked by
Adelaide.
Blocked by Fraser, and that's all over for this one. And it is a very, very close win to the Adelaide Hidden Gems over the Flaming Galahs, 1-0, with a little bit of spite there at the finish. It'll be interesting to see, wind back the video and have a bit of a look at what happened. But a game marred by an awful lot of penalties, but the South Australians winning through by the skin of their teeth, so to speak. So I'll just get our State of the Union up here and let you know what's happening with regards to the available points now, because it does make a difference to how things pan out. Oh, I don't want printer connections, thank you very much. So that was the South Australian Adelaide Gems with a win. And the Galahs with their 4th loss in consecutive, so they've got 12 goals against. The Adelaide Gems have 4 goals for. Doesn't make any change to the order, but what it does do is alter where anyone can finish. The most number of points that can be won now by the Galahs is they can get off the bottom of the ladder to second bottom, which means they are playing the consolation final tomorrow. They will not be playing in the rest of the final series. They'll have one more game this afternoon, but that puts them out of contention for the finals. They needed to win that one, whereas Adelaide are still very much in the running. They've got a minimum points of 4, and they can get better than that if possible if they win their next game. So they are in the finals in some way, shape or form, almost definitely, depending on how the Furies go as well. That will be an interesting tussle for the Furies and the Gems with one more, but certainly gives the Gems a good opportunity to make their way into the final series. Tomorrow the finals will be 1v4 and 2v3, and there will be a consolation final 5v6. So we will take a break now and be back with you in about 10 minutes at about 4:50 to 4:55 p.m. for game 11, which will be between the West Australian Quokkas and the